Hey everyone, welcome back to Necessary Measures. So today I am taking a buyer um, consultation call. I believe this buyer is on her lunch break in a few minutes. So I'm going to take that call and bring you along as just get more information from her on what she's looking for, timeline, had she spoken to a lender, those type of things. So come along as we take the call. Hey, 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 good morning, Brooke. Is now still a good time?
Yeah, no, it's great.
Okay, great, great, great. It's so great to hear from you.
Same here. How
Cool.
have you been?
I've been good. Been pretty good. Been busy, but been good. That's a good problem to have, so I'll take it. How's it going with you? How's everything been going?
Everything's been all right. It's been crazy 2024 and, going into 2025.
Yeah.
It's just as crazy and
Right.
and we're seeing how everything is playing out and we're like, all right, okay, so I guess that just happened. It's like, are you
Right.
surprised at this point? I don't think so.
No surprises anymore. I just will relinquish any expectation I had of 2025 because
Yep.
it's going.
Yep, pretty much.
Oh my
that's
god.
that's exactly how that's playing out.
Right. And remind me again, you moved here from, was it Florida? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So usually we don't get snow and we done got two
Oh
things of
yeah.
snow and shutdowns and all that. So that is funny. Oh my gosh. Well, welcome to Atlanta.
Yeah.
No, but
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
But I'm so glad
Yeah.
you reached back out. So tell me what's you guys ready to move from, are you in an apartment right now or what's prompting?
Yeah, we're currently in an apartment.
To I always like to keep in mind those because I'm not sure if you have spoken with the lender yet or how you guys would position the financing, but a lot of times with the different programs that are available we can make sure that we match you with something that makes the most sense for you guys.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to a lender already?
I have not.
Okay.
There's one that I have in mind to reach out to, but
Okay.
I haven't reached out to her just yet. We've had previous conversations like a year or so ago, so I still have her
Nice.
information. But
Okay, so you do
no.
have someone if you're ready to make that move.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect, perfect. And just so you know, I'm putting it out there. It's totally up to you. This is no, sway in any direction. I do have two very good preferred vetted vendors that I work with all the time. So if you need their information, I'm more than happy to share that with you as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, by all means,
Cool.
having more options is helpful.
Okay.
Because right now I only really know the one, and if you feel that you've had good experiences with these individuals, then
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to take a look at them as well.
Okay, okay, cool. So I'll send that over with our summary email after our phone call. So you gave me a lot of information. I was sitting here. I was taking notes. The areas of interest being Duluth, Peachtree Corners, Sandy Springs. That edge of Lawrenceville was now where you work, but you still live up in the Roswell area. So just making sure that the commute is doable for whatever we find.
Yeah.
Um, and then let's see. You talked about space for the dogs. What breed are they?
They're both mixes, but
Oh,
one is a lab pit mix,
okay.
and then the other one is an American bulldog boxer mix.
Ooh,
So both big boys.
yeah.
They're basically around, one is 85 pounds and the other
Hmm.
one's around 95 pounds. So,
Cool. Okay, cool. My dog sadly passed away last year, but we had her for 12, almost 13 years. She was a Staffordshire, so like a pit bull.
yeah.
Yes, that
Uh,
was our baby, baby, baby. So I totally understand when you talk about, it's important to have that space. If it's a townhome, having like a in unit with some of that yard access for them. So I totally understand that. Have you guys, you and your fiance, have y'all purchased a home before or?
No, this would be
Okay.
the first.
First one. Okay. So I'm honored to be able to walk you through the process just so, there's no such thing as a crazy question. All questions are welcomed. And I'm going to do my job to ensure that I answer everything that you have a question on, just because, it's a big step. And so it's an important one. And I just want you to make sure that you feel like you knew what was going on, knew the status, and had updates and things like that. So I take it with pride that this is your
Thank you.
first
I appreciate it.
purchasing experiences. Yes, yes, yes. And so let me see. Anything else I would need? What is your first preference of communication? So is it better to call you, text you, email?
I'd probably say text would be the first way.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then generally written responses are always the ones that get me a little bit quicker because
Gotcha.
sometimes my phone is on vibrate or I might be in another meeting or
Right.
somewhere. So
Right.
either text or email,
Okay.
and then afterwards, phone call is perfectly fine. But
Completely
I just
understand.
generally tend to work with text or email better.
For sure. For sure. Absolutely. I completely understand that, especially being on the go. And sometimes I have appointments. And so I'm always able to just look back at my phone and see, okay, let me get through the text. Okay, let me check my voicemail, email, things like that. So I understand. And then what would be your preference on, like, if I send over a possibility at home? And by the way, if I send you something, let me know, like, be completely honest. If you're like, Vanessa, no, no, no. I don't get, I'm not emotionally attached to, any of the homes that I share. I'm just trying to, build the criteria that you guys are looking for and make sure I get a sense of, okay, what are the aesthetics that they're looking for? Could this work? Could that work? So I don't take it personal if you say, oh no, none of these, or oh yes, more of these. Um, but when are you able to, like, view anything that you like? Are you only open to view on the weekends, or do weekdays work after a certain time?
So for me, right now, I would be able to see things on the weekdays as well as the weekends, pretty
Okay.
much just in the generally, anywhere from like 10:30 a.m. to
Okay.
later in the afternoon or evening. I'm free.
Okay.
My husband will be starting his new job in on next Tuesday,
Cool.
so he will have a little bit of limited ability,
Yeah.
and but I'll be free,
Okay.
and he'll be more so available on the weekends.
Okay.
But
Got it.
that's kind of what we're working with right now.
Okay, not a problem at all. And then I do want to ask, so I'm not sure if you're aware of all the changes that's been going on in the world of real estate and how we're compensated. So
Mhm.
basically, as I'm representing you exclusively to find your home and help you through that process, so I would get paid either if there's a seller that's still offering buyer broker compensation. So as your agent, I am with you. And so there are some sellers who are still offering payment to me, and so it would not come at a cost to you. But then there are other sellers who decide, no, I would like your buyer to pay you. And so my compensation would need to come directly from you. We could
Mhm.
either build it into the offer that we submit, for the purchase and sale of the home, or for the purchase of the seller's home, or it could just be like a separate um, fee, which is 3% for me,
Mhm.
on the, like, HUD statement and closing statements. Is that going to be okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, perfect, perfect. And then I have your email address. We were emailing earlier, so I'll be able to set up the home searches for you. And yes, you were correct earlier when you said, as a realtor, we do have access to things that are off market, that's, move in ready. Off market doesn't always mean that it needs repairs. I spoke to a client earlier in the week, and she was like, but off market, doesn't that mean it's going to need repairs? And that's not the case all the time. um, and then we also have access to things before they hit the market. So yes,
Mhm.
there is a benefit to working with a realtor, because we don't only see, what the public sees, we have access to, our portals and our FMLS systems as well.
All right, great.
Cool, cool, cool. Okay, well, I'm going to put everything that we discussed into like a little summary email. I'll include the 2 verified lenders that I've worked with, and you'll have their information, and then I'll start actually just go ahead and draw up my paperwork, which is it's just the contract that states that I'm representing you to find you a home and guide you through the process. It'll lay out my compensation. It'll lay out, if I get compensation from the seller, then there's nothing owed from you. But if the seller does not pay, then it will come from you. And yeah, I look forward to helping you with this process.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, so I'll send everything over by email, okay?
All right.
Alrighty.
Great.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Okay,
Thanks.
bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so that was one way that I do a buyer consultation. I've actually already met her. You want to know where I met her? I met her last summer at an open house that I was doing for my seller. So she came to the open house and she viewed it. She liked it. She had questions because I grabbed her information upon, her entering the open house. I was able to set her up on a follow-up campaign, and she literally has never responded to any of my smart plans, my email systems that go out. But this morning, and I actually think I made an error in one of my smart plans that I set up because I was new to the command system and setting up the smart plans. And I think that I have an error on the line of the task. And so there was a thank you for connecting email that went out yesterday. And she responded to that and said, oh, actually, my fiance and I are ready to begin looking now. So that just goes to show for me, that just goes to show that I need to continue to have systems in place. They're very important because I did not send the email personally, but it does appear that I sent the email personally because of how I have the steps set up and lined up. So what I will do is exactly what was promised. I'll go ahead and draft up a summary email of our conversation today. I will send over the buyer brokerage agreement, and then I'll set her up on the house search. And I'm looking forward to helping her anytime that I'm able to help, a family, small family, growing family, new family, whatever, be able to purchase a home that meets their needs. That just makes everything worth it. All the paperwork, all the late nights, or, all the multiple showings, or whatever the case is. It just all makes it worth it because you're setting up somebody's family. Like this home could be in their family for like decades, and you were able to assist them with that. So I love what I do. If you heard anything or any area where I can make improvements on, please drop it in the comments below. I would love some feedback on my phone call buyer consultation, if you will. And let me know, if you include some things or would exclude others. So that would be very helpful. So let me go ahead and set up these emails.